tickets. Hey fans, this is the fan-controlled hot ticket, and today's hot ticket item is PGA and Live Golf are merging into one entity. So of course, we had to bring on your favorite host, Josh Macuga, aka our in-house golf guy, and we're going to talk today about this merger and what it means for golf and all of golf fans. Josh, how you doing, man?
Living the dream, no pun intended here, Leighton. Okay, so if you notice behind me, this gives me street credit. This is golf stuff. I framed it. I made
that makes you a real
built it.
golfer.
Okay. Yeah, I'm golfer.
Oh, nice.
I've been golfing since I was 7, 8 years old. I've been watching golf for probably longer. Okay. What we've had over the last year in golf has been a seismically weird thing happening. Okay. Today, much to the entire shock of all the players on the PGA Tour who said, nah, we're not going to take the live money. We don't want the Saudi money. We're going to stay on the PGA Tour. We're going to stay loyal to the brand instead of taking $200, $300 million to some of the big guys. And now only a year later, instead of letting the live tour suffer, and instead of watching all of the PGA's money just burn in legal fees, they said, F it. We're going to go to Saudi Arabia. We're going to talk to the guys and we're going to be like, hey, why don't we do this all together? When that's what they should have done from the start, Leighton.
So as a golf fan, you're happy about this?
Well, yeah, because there are some great golfers that went to live. Okay. Brooks Koepka, who just won the PGA Championship. Dustin Johnson. The best guy that went there, in my opinion, that had the biggest upside on the PGA Tour is Cam Smith. Okay. He's an Aussie. Right. He won the British Open last year, or as we would call it, the Open Championship. And he had the world at his fingertips. He's got this long flowing blonde mullet. He could have kind of brought that like rock star image to golf. And instead he went to live. And the problem with live is that nobody was watching it. Not even diehard golf fans were really watching a lot of live. I watched some of the Australian event. It was hard to find. It was it was on YouTube. It was easy to find. Then they went to the CW. But all these guys were making so much money, Liv or Leighton. Right. I just called you Liv.
My new name is Liv. All right.
Yeah, boom, you're in. Okay. We should have had Liv moods on this. That's really the
of course. This is perfect for her. Right.
And for a year, poor Rory McIlroy is just like trying to stand on the soapbox. Tiger Woods got all the best players together. Guys like Hideki Matsuyama turned down hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, apparently they offered Tiger Woods $800 million, Rory somewhere around $300 million to go to live. And they said, no, we're going to stick with the PGA Tour. Now, those guys are already rich. Okay. You had guys like Harold Varner III, Brendan Steele, Jason Kokrak. These are guys that are like journeyman PGA Tour players that have won on the tour, although Harold Varner never won, that went and got generational wealth from a Saudi fund.
Right.
Now, say what you want about your politics, okay?
Right.
Yes, the Saudi Arabians and the House of Saud do not have a great reputation. And I'm saying that in the lightest terms possible, okay? But hey, if you're a Manchester United fan, are you not rooting for Manchester United? If you are rooting,
as a Man City fan,
Did I say Man City or did I say Manchester United?
Yeah,
I said Man.
You said Man United, but you meant Man City.
Man City. If you are a Man City fan, are you not watching Man City and rooting for them? Are you not enjoying the upgrades to your stadium? Okay. If you are watching a lot of the DP World Tour, hell, they play in Saudi Arabia. They play in Dubai.
Yeah.
Formula One. Aramco is everywhere in Formula One. Aramco is the Saudi Arabian oil fund. So every sport that you watch is somehow backed or has money invested in it by the Saudis. I mean, Saudis have wanted to buy an NFL team for years.
Yeah, I mean, they're in Formula One at this point. They're in wrestling. Next is probably going to be high school football. Like,
think about what could happen with the NIL. They could come and start buying up college athletes at will. And
well, you saw that the former president of the USFL, he's creating a spring league for high school football now.
Is he really? Are they going to get paid?
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
they're going to get paid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically because of the transfer portal is making it harder for high school football players to get recruited. So he's going to bring some teams in. They're going to get NIL money from it as well. And it's just going to be a way to showcase their talents. But it's another cash grab, of course. We get football year round.
It's genius. Do it.
I'm going to watch it.
We're all going to watch it. That's the problem, is that, yes, again, I'm not trying to make light of anything politically, whatever. I mean, hell, our Secretary of State is over there right now. The money that the House of Saud has created via oil, it powers everything from our cars. And Jay Monahan, who's the commissioner of the PGA Tour, and his board were losing millions of dollars in legal fees. And so were the Saudis, but the Saudis could stomach it. The PGA Tour didn't have the timeline to just keep spending money on legal fees. And they also probably didn't want people looking into a lot of the stuff that how the PGA Tour is run. It's a nonprofit organization, and now they're setting up a for-profit. Now, I will say, from a golf fan's perspective, Leighton, I want to take away all the politics. Let's take away, I don't know what the merger looks like. We don't know what the exacts of all of this look like. I'm happy that some of the best
it'll be a while.
It'll be a while.
It's going to take them a while to really iron out the details anyway. This is just an announcement for right now.
Now, as a diehard golf fan, I'm excited for 3 to 4 things. Okay. One, I want a special tournament for all of the live players to try and re-qualify for the PGA Tour. And there's only so many spots for them. Okay. That's must-watch TV. 2, something we've been begging for as golf fans for a long time is a team aspect to golf. Because you are creating a little bit of drama, right? You have, let's just say, Team TaylorMade, Team Titleist, Team Ping. They all have players. And each week at a tournament, you can start 8 guys. Now, there's a ton of guys on the tour that are sponsored by Ping. There's not just 8 guys. So Ping has to pick and choose the guys that are playing in the tournament. And if another guy gets left off, that's drama. And let's just say he performs better than the guys that were on his team. He's like, hey, Ping, where were you on that one? That's team drama. That's the kind of stuff that golf needs. You also could, there's so many different ways you could do new fantasy, DraftKings, FanDuel, prize picks with team golf. You really well,
didn't Liv already have the captain model? Like Liv,
they have team. They have Captains a team aspect to it. Yes. And that's what I would love for them to bring to the PGA Tour, because you're opening up another can of, guess what, Leighton? Money. You're opening up another cookie jar full of money.
That's going to allow more people to get involved. It's going to grow the game.
Exactly. Third thing I would love to see is that Liv was going to a lot of different international spots. I would love the fall series of golf. It ends, and then we have a fall series that's like an international series. We play a tournament in Australia. We play a tournament in the States. We play a tournament in England, Ireland. We play a tournament in Africa. We play a tournament in Saudi Arabia. Maybe that's where the championship is. And you have these points leading up to a giant trophy, and the cannons shoot off and cars are going around and whatever. You're actually creating a new series within
like Mario Kart.
Yes. Thank you. Rainbow Road. Boom. Hit it. Okay. It's just like Formula One. You turn the fall series into Formula One. And if you don't want to play as a part of that fall series, great. But guess what? I bet the Saudis are going to throw a butt ton of money at you to go and play the fall series. And that's super fun.
Yeah, of course. And you're not going to turn it down.
Correct. And the final thing, Leighton, that all golf fans should be excited about, how would you fan control golf? What would you do if you were a fan? Besides club selection and besides shot shape and all that kind of stuff, what could we do to a golf broadcast or a golf hole or tournament or for particular foursomes or particular twosomes or whatever in order to make fan-controlled golf something that happens? And I think with all this money coming in and with everything they're experimenting with golf, it is ripe time for it. Add obstacles.
It's going to be a cool way to get the new generation of fans in too.
Because guess what? The people that are playing golf are getting younger. Yes. Golf has become more and more popular to play. But the people that are watching golf are not getting younger. It is getting older. And so you need somewhere in some way to bring in a younger audience that wants to get rowdy with golf. There are some awesome golf influencers. I mean, really what you could do is have an influencer pro-am where they're playing in a tournament and you're watching it. And one of the holes is fan controlled. There's so much you can do here in the world of golf. And the fact that golf was split and is now coming back together is only good for the golf fans. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is different. We've never seen something like this, right? Usually you have these two entities that, well, no, I guess this is kind of like an ABA, NBA, AFL, NFL situation, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except that with the, let's just say this. Let's say the USFL came in and they were backed by the Saudis, and they got Josh Allen, Travis Kelce,
Mahomes.
Yeah, they got big names. I would say, Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the biggest name in golf and then kind of compare it to who they got. Maybe they got Tom Brady to come back and play for them. And they started airing games.
Yeah.
Really, nobody was watching, but they were paying a lot of big NFL names to leave their teams, and the NFL felt the sting. NFL bans them. They then come back. They talk to the Saudis. They buy the Saudis are like, okay, now we own part of the NFL.
Yeah, that's the difference I was pointing out. Is like in the past, the USFL, or the AFL, they were getting guys right out of college, right? They were just drafting the top picks. But what Liv did, which is different, is they were taking the pros and saying, come over here. And they were walking. They weren't getting the kids or the new pros. This is their rookie season. Yes. They were getting the established, the faces of the league to go over there. Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
And
yeah.
Listen, the Saudis have put a lot of money into women's golf too, and this could finally be, we need to get men and women playing together in certain events. They don't have to play from the same tees. That's always been the argument is, women just don't hit it as far as men do. But if they're playing from the men's tees and the women's tees in a tournament and you're playing against each other, or you're playing in a pairing match play kind of thing, it could be something special.
What's the argument? Right. Tennis is already kind of, they found a way for it to work. So
right.
Golf can do that for sure. Yeah.
We're getting American stars and we're getting golf back together. It's like Leighton, you go and see your favorite band. Okay. For instance, my favorite band is Journey. Okay. Journey and lead singer Steve Perry split in the 80s. And all any Journey fan has ever wanted is for Steve Perry to get back on stage and perform with Journey. So you show up to a golf tournament and Steve Perry shows up and you're like, what? It's back, baby. They're back.
I guess the modern equivalent would be what One Direction and Harry Styles.
There you go.
Was that the group?
Sure.
Yeah.
One Direction.
Okay. There it is. There it is.
How about
like Beyonce and Destiny's Child coming back together?
Boom. There we go.
There it is.
Now we're talking.
And come back together. Like why do you all have to have individual careers? Just be a group again. Come on.
Yep.
Come on.
It's what should have happened to NWA, but unfortunately Eazy-E passed away. Really?
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think we could give a lot of references there.
I was just going to say we could keep friggin' going if we wanted to.
Tickets!